you guys wanna listen about the worst thing that ever happened to me? I think everyone kind of knows this boy that I'm a two-time university guy, right? Yeah, I'm studying at Vietnam and then I go here because my mom kind of want to, because she want me to study abroad, blah blah blah, the story goes everything. I think everyone kind of knows about this boy. And I think also everyone knows that I'm studying engineering. What does that mean? That means I am either a nerd or like the guy who creates stuff. I was falling into the guy who creates stuff more. I despise fucking school, by the way. I hate school. I know I am as a kid. I know I have good stuff. I was on the fucking city team of going on great physics student, blah blah blah. Those type of stuff. Yeah, I know I'm good at school, but I despise with everything is possible. But I'm really good at one thing, which is creating something. So basically, I fall on the engineering type of people. Basically, people who just say, you know what, fuck you, I'm going to do it. And I do not give a fuck about the math, I will just do it myself. So, there's two different when it's come to university in Vietnam and also. The first thing is, the first year, have to do a project. That is the difference between a school university in Europe and a university in Vietnam. In Vietnam, the first year, you're going to study this is analyzed. This is math analyzing. This is just math. Derivative, blah blah blah, those type of shit. Basically, boring number. You guys know what I mean. But in Belgium, we don't really just do this because I experienced both already, so I know. Like the math in here is like one level easier than what we have to learn in the first year in Vietnam. But the difference is over here. We have to do project. And what I mean by we have to do project, the school is going to give us a project that we need a team to do. That project can stand from creating a water rocket to making a gun that actually works as engineering, or like making a robot arm that revolves around the fact that you have to code and using Arduino, those type of stuff. Basically, the practical kind, right? And I'm still stand on the fact that an engineer school should actually do that as their first year and not just fucking doing math every single day. I think that's terrible. But yeah, so first in Belgium, I have to do that. I will have to then get onto a team, blah blah blah, get into a team that already assigned to me. It's just meeting some new people. You know, it's cool to meet new people, especially when you are not even belong to here. So, my new team, the project, we have to do a water rocket. We, the first year, had to create a motherfucking rocket that shoot to space. That does sound insane, doesn't it? Wait. Okay. Okay, I'm shitting on this guy, ha! Oh yeah, so yeah, the first year I had to create a water rocket for my semester. And the thing about water rocket is, we have to work with a bottle of water. And so we then have to do planning, blah 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 blah, armor ball and those kind of stuff. And then finally, we actually get to do the interesting stuff, which is actually create the rocket itself. And so I was get on a team. Now my teams have 5 guys. The first one, let's call him Marty. Just look like Clark Kent, the version where he was doing this thing. Don't save me, child. Like that version. Yeah, that guy. I don't remember his name, but yeah, that he looked like the Superman in that movie. The second one, let's call her Reina. Let's call her Reina because why not? The last guy, call him Wally. Wally is a cool guy. Wally is just like the brightest guy of them all. And Willy. Willy is a girl. I don't really like Willy, not gonna lie. Mostly because like I'm going to get fucking cancelled for saying this, but because she's a woman. But like what does that mean is that she keeps wanting to do like she wants. And it's really annoying when I put it like that because like, it's a teamwork. And she keeps disagreeing with me even though like the things that I say is obviously fucking better for her. I'm the engineering guy. I'm the guy who creates stuff. You are not supposed to be here and just sitting like, oh yeah, no, just do it my way. No, because my way is better. But yeah, that's just a bit of running. But yeah, that was my team. Now, my team is, how do I say this? A bit lazy in the creating department. That is the reason why I'm so mad whenever she creates something, because for about half the time, she obviously looks like she have no fucking idea what she's doing. So, the thing about water rocket is, you need a bottle of water. And the thing about a ball of water is, you have to cut it. Because like you can just take a bottle of water and then boom, there you go, water rocket. No, that's not how it works. That's not even close to how it works at all. So, what you need to do is that you have to modify this water rocket into more different sections. Like you have to create the wing, you have to print out the tip, you have to put on the parachute, blah blah blah. This kind of thing. And that day, we was working on the parachute. Now, there was two versions of parachute. First, the one where we're going to put on the tip, in which after the tip falling down, it's just going to fall out of the tip itself, and it's going to just using gravity to open the tip. Now, the second one is to put it on the side, and then have a spring mechanic so that it can open up. The first one is easier. Why? Because essentially what you're doing is that you put the parachute on the top and then put something on it, like a cap, blah blah, something like a cap on it. It will then open itself. Really extremely easy. Now the second part is a mechanism, right? Because it's a mechanism, what it requires is another part. And the thing about another part is you have to create the part. And it's really annoying to create those parts. So, because we decide that, yeah, we want to do, you know, fancy stuff because we are engineering, we are the engineer. We decide to go for, yeah, you know what, let's do the spring mechanism. Why the fuck not? We are the engineer. Of course we have to do the spring mechanism. Otherwise, we just look bad. Besides, all the team already do that. We're not gonna lose all the team, are we? That would be extremely embarrassing. We have an amazing kit on our hand. Why don't we use it like a normal person would? So we have to create the mechanism. Now the way you create that mechanism is you take a bottle of water, we cut it into 3 parts. Now we throw up the top one and we throw up the bottom one. So what you have is a cylinder, a normal cylinder like this. The cylinder are fine. Why? It's generally so easy. Like who can fuck it up? You just take a cutter and then just cut through the bottle itself. It's so easy, right? Like who can fuck it up? Now we have a problem. We don't have a lamp cutter. What we have is the survival knife. You know, the one where it just had a bunch of shit in it. Ran from the open bottle to an actual knife. You know that thing where you can just open it and have a lot of shit in it. We only have that. And the knife in that thing is really, really kind of low. It's the type of thing where you can just do it like this and it wouldn't really cut you. So what you have to do is you have to put a lot of fork into it. You really, really, really have to put a lot of fork into it. Of course it's workable, like every tool is workable, but it's extremely annoying to us. So I have to cut the bottle. But we don't have a lamp, we just have that thing. So what do? I hold the thing like this, and then I cut it. I puncture it too. But the thing about a water bottle is, if any of you actually trying to cut through a bottle of water, you will realize that it is extremely fucking bouncy. It is just the most bouncy thing that you could put your lamp to. All it does is, if your knife is not sharp enough, the more you push into it, it's just going to bend down. It's just not going to let you punch through the bottle for whatever reason. So, what I have to do is that I have to push the bottle. How is this? I have to push the bottle in so that it creates this little section pressure, make it easier to cut, and I have to push that in hard, like as hard as I fucking can. I mean, that's how easy. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just cut through a bottle. What could happen? Now you see, my hand had to be extremely near the knife itself in order to create that pressure point. So what happened is, I cut my fucking finger. Yeah, I cut my fucking finger. Blood is spilling everywhere. It's just a small cut, but blood spilling everywhere. And like, I mean, I have been working with knife all the time. I've been doing that since I was, 10 years old. I'm getting burned by the glue gun. I'm getting cut by lamp. Basically, what I want to say is, it's not my first time. It's not my first time getting cut like that. So, at the moment, I was like, yeah, it's fine. Blood spilling everywhere. But it's fine. When I say blood spilling everywhere, I mean blood spilling everywhere. I didn't know like that small of a cut would create like that much blood. I think I have to cut through my actual vein in order to create that. So, blood spilling everywhere. My finger is starting to lose a bit of consistency. You know, the type normal where blood couldn't reach your tippy point, so your hand started to feel numb. I was like, Oh shit, this bad. So, my friend Wally, Wally was like, bro, I think you need a bandage on that. And I was, yeah, no, it's fine. No, mate, no, you definitely need a actual bandage on that. Blood is spilling everywhere. There was blood on the floor, there was blood on the table, there was blood on the knife, there was a lot of blood. When I say I don't understand how a finger could even have that much blood pouring out of it, I mean it. There was so many blood. Like to the point where he's like, yeah, no, that's definitely not fine, bro. Just actually get the bandage. But no one had a bandage. So we had to walk our way through the nursing room. There was a guy there. Long hair, normal teacher stuff, the guys who being there so that if shit go down the flame, you will always have a little bit of bandage to have you. Wally tell that guy, because I wasn't speaking really good French at the time, but Wally tell the guy that I cutting myself and so I need a bandage right now. Yeah, sure. It's just a bandage, it's no big deal, it's no big deal. He then start to pouring a little bit of alcohol on me, putting a little bandage around my finger. And he then said, yeah, just be there a little bit. I think that is a lot of fun. And me, I'm a man. I'm just getting my finger cut open. What is your first response to that? To just stay there and like be like a little bitch? Fucking hell no, I told him. Yeah, nah, it's fine. It's just a little bit cut a finger. It's fine, and I walking away. But the moment I had my first step, it started blurry. Like, you know, was that one scene where you say, oh, you finally away? Now thinking of that, but instead of me opening my eye, like I start to just hallucinating and everything getting blurred out, and then I close my eye. Like, just think of that part, but revert it back. I then start to blur out, and I start to lose my balance. It's probably because I lose so many blood, and I straight up just fall onto the floor. I just straight up fall onto the floor. The guy in there was like, oh, fucking hell no. No, you are not doing that. Please, sit here like a little bitch you are, and just recover until you feel good to go. And so, even though I don't want to, I have to sit there and be a little bitch I am. I cannot do anything about it. There's nothing I can do. Now, the thing about losing blood at the time that I don't know is that blood doesn't actually just go through your body, it goes through your brain. The problem with if blood doesn't go through your brain is that your brain is gonna start as very light. You know how your head does feel like it has gravity on it? Yeah, if blood doesn't actually go in there, you won't feel your head. You will feel like only your body existing. You just don't feel it right anymore. You're going to feel like an actual headless chicken. That's the first symptom. My head feel light. And to that, you know, it's fine. I just losing a bunch of blood. Of course my head gonna feel light. But now, the second thing about our brain is, if it doesn't actually receive any blood, it's straight up gonna shut down about 50% of your body. Now what does that mean? My eye. My perfectly good eye, 10 out of 10 eye for about 18 years of my life. I never need any glass, I never need any tube. Look perfectly fine. It started getting blurry. But if it just started getting blurry, it would be fine. No, it started turning black. It actually started turning black into darkness. Complete darkness. And that is where the part I start panicking. Now, what is the initial reaction to if you quote-unquote going blind? You try to open your eye. First, I just using all my brain power to open my eyelid. No response. Everything just pitch black. Okay, fuck. Okay, okay, my eyelid, it doesn't open. Okay, what can I do? The second reaction would be to your finger, it's fuck, open your eye, and it's still pitch black. That's when I know I have gone completely fucking blind. My eye, it doesn't receive any proton anymore. I cannot see for shit. It's not that it's getting blurry like the normal when you wanna get nutty about blind. Oh, technically, when you're going blind, your vision is only getting blurry to the point you can see the front anymore. But if you getting really, really close, you can at least still making out or say something in front of you, even though you cannot see it all. It's going to be like when you look at the video in 144p. No, it's just black, like completely darkness. You know, there was a saying. I remember there was a video talking about what do blind people actually see, and they say, quote unquote, they will see nothing, not black, nothing. And for so many times, I always think, what does that even mean? That doesn't even make sense. And now I do, because what I see wasn't the pitch black of the absolute black. It was like I was looking inside my brain. There was no light. It felt like nothing. It suddenly felt like nothing. It wasn't pitch black. It just felt like suddenly nothing. I fork open my eye and my ear. It keep ringing. It keep ringing this fucking tone. I cannot understand what that tone is, but it keep ringing this one. Like I was scared the fuck out of my life. I think that was probably the most scariest shit I ever feel in my life. It was terrible. At least you actually have to scream for them. Someone here, someone here, someone here. And then I feel a hand in my back. That's it. It was the guy, it was the nurse. Yeah, he asked me, okay, is this okay? My ear, for some reason, it still works, it's still ringing. It still works. I don't know how, I don't know why my body does that, but it still works. The guy asking, is it okay? It is okay. No, it was not. I cannot see. So am I opening my eye? Am I opening my eye right now? Like, are my eye actually open right now, or are they closed? Why saying that? I have my finger thoughtfully open my eye. The guy look at me. He understands the situation really quick because he is the nurse. W nurse in the chat, by the way. It's like, oh yeah, no, it does. It does. You are opening your eye right now. I think it's just your brain shutting down for a bit because it's losing too much blood. It's fine, don't worry. It's the most calm voice that you could ever meet. Not gonna lie, if it wasn't for that guy, I would probably panic much more. He just stand there and say, yeah, nope, it's going to be alright, it's going to be alright. And you have to understand, if you were healthy all of your fucking life, and suddenly you just went blind all of a sudden, you will panic. You will panic the fuck out. You will be scared. Be a man or not, but you will be scared. You can call me a bitch, whatever. But it's really, really scary to suddenly just not able to see anything. Even though that room I have already been in before, it was the most colorful room ever exists. But you can see nothing. It was actually scary to lose all of your vision. It's going to be alright, it's going to be alright. He said, yeah, it's the same. And for a while, after a bit, I start to calm down. I mean, at one point I have to calm down, right? It's not like panicking, it's just gonna make my vision go back faster. So I just have to sit there, like a little bitch I am, hoping for my body to fix itself. And about 10 minutes of complete darkness like that, I actually start to see again. Now, you have to imagine, if you just have an image and then you take away the color so it turns into grayscale, and then pushing so that the color is way more visualized into its limit, and then make it as dark as possible, that will be exactly what I see. I start to kind of make out the shape, like the chair that was in front of me, like the table is next to me, like the box of bandage that he used to actually have my hand. I actually start to make out the shape, but it is in the most black version that you can think of. It's as slow as that. So I start to gain my vision back again. It was scary as shit, but I started to gain my vision back again. And about 50 minutes later, it started to get back to the blurry type, and then boom, I was just normally fine. Blood doesn't go through my hand into the environment anymore, it's go back to my brain. So I was there, sitting there, scared as fuck. My finger is shaking. It's shaking like I never been in before. My other finger is still desperately trying to hold my hand open up. Because you gotta have to remember, when your brain doesn't get those blood, it's completely shut down about 80% of your body. So yes, my nerve was the last thing I did, was desperately using my hand to open up my eye. and it's still there. My hand is still trying to open up my eye, even though I already can see now. Easily, it's the most scariest thing that I've seen. I think when people say that after that there is nothing, I think I start to understand what that means. There's just nothing. You just slowly feel your body shutting down. Nothing happened after that. Just you in completely darkness and your brain. After that, the guy tell me, yeah, it's probably fine now. The blood's going up to your brain. Here, sneaker. It was the best sneaker that I ever tasted in a while. I love this guy. He is actually an absolute nurse. And then I go back. My team worrying, but still have to continue without me because at the end of the day, it's a job. They ask me, is everything okay? Blah blah blah, stuff, and I have to go home, cook the best fucking dinner that I ever does. It have to have a lot of meat, it have a lot of veggie, and it certainly need rice. Basically, it's the best dinner for a guy who just have 80% of his body shutting down. So, what do we learn from that story, boy? Our body is fucked up. It will kill you, and it will make you blind for no absolute reason at all. And under no circumstance should you put a knife so close to your finger, or you will lose 80% of the ability to control your body.
3, 2,
Right?
1.